Welcome back. So we are up today. We are up 1500 on the day. Let me just show you the trade real quick. So this was the trade that we took. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick brief explanation of why I took this one. So basically, these three lines that I have marked here are from yesterday's. So that was kind of giving me the bias. So coming into market open, actually longs were really nice, but I still knew that, more setups were to come, and the reason why longs were really nice was because CVD had taken lows massively, showing massive absorption. But I just didn't really like any sort of confirmation we were seeing. Plus, it was so close to New York Open that, anything can really happen at that point. But once we came up here, so the volume point of control actually on today was up here. So if I just go back to, I forgot I can even do this. But if I go back to up here, you can see that the point of control, so the point of control was literally up here. After we were up here, we started to see price sort of stall out, and CVD was taking highs. Price was kind of lagging behind it. Sorry, I had like massive brain fog then. So yeah, CVD was taking highs, showing massive aggression, which means that kind of limit sells are being held within this area, right? Then what you're looking for is some sort of acceptance and, a kind of flush through to certain areas, if you know what I mean. Confirmation is really the hardest thing about order flow trading, because everyone can spot divergences, but it's about knowing when to enter, and I think that's a super difficult thing to kind of master. I'm nowhere near being able to master it, but, I always doing research, always trying to master it day in, day out. But let's go ahead and head over to Quant Tower, so I can talk you through it, and you can see what I'm looking at. So this is the chart that we're looking at. So this is our, as you can see up here, the daily volume profile. So for MNQZ, that's what I trade NQ. So this yellow box here, obviously, as you can see, is yesterday's volume value area. I kind of use this to get my daily bias, obviously in conjunction with the TPO. The reason I kind of wanted sells today was because if you look here, on the Friday we tested the lows of value here in this composite, and then today we tested them again. So I was kind of looking for a pullback to a specific area to then look at shorts. That specific area was just what I showed you, the volume point of control, which was up here. Obviously this is a migrating one, so every candle that prints, it prints the volume as well. But it was up here, and then after that we kind of got stalled out. As I mentioned, CVD had been taking highs, as you can see up here, whereas price hadn't. Like I just mentioned, that means that there's limit sell orders within this box that I just drew up there. What I'm looking for after that, I'm looking for a follow through and a flush of volume. So if I head over to the footprint, as you can see here, we get a massive selling printing. It's being backed by volume being underneath this level where we saw absorption. How do we know there's absorption there? Well, it's simple. You can kind of look at the volume, seeing that that's relatively high. You can see that there's aggressive buying into the highs over here and here. Pretty big volume over here. But more importantly, if you look down here, I can't even draw a box around it, but we had a massive flip in delta, okay, and that big flip in delta kind of suggests that there's been a shift in, who's controlling the markets, right? So there's a shift in who's controlling the markets. You've got it followed up by other confluences, followed by the larger daily time frame, and then what are you looking for? What's your targets? So my target was, I know it, it's just under this point of control line. Obviously, as value was migrating, this is now the point of control, but this was the value area low of volume, so that was my target. Obviously, as you can see, 1 to 2 RR doing us pretty well. Obviously we're going to be looking, once we head in over to funded, we're going to be looking to definitely squash down those stop losses size and start getting in those 5 to 1, those 6 to 1s, some more impressive trades. But other than that, just knowing that everything's working, still doing it on eval, it's just as fine. And I thought I'd make this quick video because I have been a little bit busy recently. I wasn't able to film as much content as I like. I've still been working on this order flow blueprint that's coming out. Obviously what it goes over is just what I'm going over today, but with a lot more detail. But you know, that's all to come. And yeah, it's just about mastering the craft of volume, mastering the craft of that super good entry and confirmation, and just nailing down this model. I've never really seen this model before. I actually kind of made it up when I used to watch loads and loads of videos. Obviously at a certain point, you know, you don't want to keep learning. So I kind of just stuck with what I knew, but I have done a lot of learning, don't get me wrong. And throughout everything that I've learned, I kind of just was like, well, if that works, you know, if that shows absorption and this can show confirmation, then let's just conjoin them. Let's conjoin different things and, you know, really develop a good win rate. But other than that, I'll see you in the next one, guys. And yeah, don't worry, we're going to be continuing with the series, the eval to funded series. I've not forgotten about it. I just haven't traded that eval yet since. But don't worry, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.